it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. I hope you're having a wonderful day. On this video tutorial, we're going to talk about old windows and some fun ideas for different things that you can do, which when I posted here on DiyDreaming that this was our topic, man, a lot of you guys shared your awesome, like hand-painted old windows that you had done, which thank you. That gave me so many wonderful ideas. Unfortunately, I'm not skilled or talented that way. I couldn't paint anything freehand, but I can stencil and then I can paint in. So there's a ton of options. As you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free, if you have friends that like to do crafts, to let them know about DiyDreaming. Let's see, I'm just trying to put this main thing that I'm working on. Nope, did I do the right thing? Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Okay. So, let me tell you the story about this window. Okay, I was at a street market with my friend Diane, and she was looking for a window because she had this plan from something that she had seen on Pinterest, and I helped her carry this to her car. At the time, it was super dirty, and I guess it went into her garage. She's just like me, you know, you have good intentions and then sometimes things just don't happen. So maybe a year or a little bit longer after that, she tells me that she has this window that she wants to give to me because she knows I'll be able to do something with it. So I said, yay, I would love to have it. It's been hanging out in my kitchen for at least 3 months. And now I finally know what I want to do. So I'm going to show you what I want to do with it, but then we're going to talk about some other things that you could do. And darn, I forgot to grab this stencil set. Let's see if I can find it. Well, I'm not sure where it is. Okay, so what I decided is that I want a real neutral background for a wreath. So I stenciled on the back side of each pane of glass. And before I did that, there was, on these old windows, there's usually a ton of paint because they've been repainted 100 times. So I just took this tool, whatever it's called, and literally just scraped up the majority of the paint that was around the edges. You'll notice that my window still looks, you know, like it's not in great shape, which that is what gives it the charm. So I scraped it, then I cleaned it super good with antibacterial wipes, and then I used Windex to make every single window pane as shiny and clean as I possibly could. Okay, so then the next thing I did was, this is the front, and how I know that this is the front is because it has this little latch, which was how, this was a sash, apparently, and that was how it locked. The window above it, or maybe this one was the top, I don't know. It would have a latch. Can you guys see that? I'm going to use that in just a few minutes. But I basically, let's see, I want you to see this one. Let me see if I can put my camera down a little bit lower. So I basically got it all clean, and then I got out one of my all-time favorites, stencils. Hey, did you guys see the porch sitter that we did yesterday? It turned out so cute, and I just have a few things to do to it before I put it outside. Anyways, let's see if I'm gonna have to go around. So I pulled out my most favorite, pretty much recently, stencil. This is from Magnolia Design Company, and I did put a link below, and it has a little heart and then 3 windows, if you can tell what those are, and then another little white heart. Okay, this is called a Victorian Pattern. We did, oh my word, we did all kinds of things with it, including Easter carrots and, oh my goodness. It is a fabulous stencil that you can do a ton of different things with. I'm looking for a squeegee and a stir stick. Okay. So then I have to tell you this. When you are stenciling with these green stencils on glass, you have to fuzz, 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 fuzz. And how you do that is you can use your jeans, a t-shirt, or I happen to have a couple of these Magnolia fuzzing cloths. So you just lay it on top, lift it up, lay it on top, push it down, lift it up, lay it on top, push it down, lift it up. So that is what I would do with any other stencil, except for this one, because I've used it so much, it does not need to be fuzzed at this point. It's not super sticky, but it still works just fine. And this one is on its way to be as ugly as that Mandela lace stencil that I still have, that I still use, that I've used at least, gosh, at least 30 times. This one I've probably used 15 times, 15 or 20 times. If you count each window pane and all the different things that I've done. Anyways, okay, so I want to show you how I did this. All right, so this is a pattern that can go any way you want. I don't think it has a top and a bottom. At least I didn't. If there is one, I didn't see it, or I couldn't figure it out. So I am just going to lay it on my window, and you want to have an edge, like right here, where, because you can see the stencil ends, okay? And it's not super important that it be absolutely straight. Let's see, I need to move this so I can get through here. Okay, I need a paper towel. Okay, so you want to get your stencil down, and this is the back side. So theoretically, you could do something on the front too if you want. And I'm just gonna push it into the corners and onto the sides. And then I found that if I used a piece of paper or a piece of paper towel, that I could push it down. You wanna make sure there's no bubbles, into the corners a little better. And as we're stenciling, I'll show you how you hold it. Okay, so as I was going along, it got better. The first one I did was not super great, but this is a learning thing. Okay, and all I'm using for this project is just plain old white. It's called Brilliant White Magnolia chalk paste. Looks like this. All right, and I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. I always do that. And I'm gonna get a small squeegee and a big one. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my small squeegee and get into the corners. When you put your chalk paste on, it sort of acts like a glue to hold your stencil down, which sounds weird. So I'm pushing it into the corner as I'm going along, or right next to the edge of the window as I'm going along. I'm going to do the outside first. And don't worry, if you have some little boo-boos, it absolutely does not matter. I have boo-boos on every single one of these different panes. And this pattern is good because it sort of hides that. Can you guys see my hands? Let's see. Okay, that might be better. I'm pushing it into the corner. If your first few tries are a total disaster, I'm not saying they will be, but if they were, just know that this stuff washes off really easily, and you can wash it off, dry it, and start all over. Just use a little Windex and a paper towel, and you'll be able to remove it in no time flat. Okay, so as I'm going into this spot, I'm holding the stencil up next to the edge of the, like the trim around the window. And where I was doing this, when I was actually doing it myself, was in the kitchen. So I would do it, take my stencil off, wash it, dry it, pat it dry with that, with the inside of the fuzzing cloth. You can use that to pat your stencils dry. And then I was doing the next one. Okay, so now I'm gonna just take some blobs for the center. We can put the excess back, and I'm using a bigger squeegee now. And you do wanna work kind of fast because I noticed, oh gosh, I have a bubble there. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But I noticed that it was kind of starting to dry on the first one because I was going too slow. And that it didn't have as great or as crisp of an outcome. Can you guys see this bubble right here? Oh well. Okay, so that's what we have. And let's just see. I'm not as good at stenciling upside down as I am right side up. But hey, that doesn't look too bad. It really doesn't. I'm just getting the chalk paste off my hands. And then, let me show you what this looks like. So we just did this one. And I'm going to flip it around the way it goes. And show you how great it looks. Isn't this pretty? What do you guys think? I love it. I absolutely love it. This is totally my style, 100%, which is kind of plainer. So to make it your style, you could do, there's a lot of different stencils that Magnolia has. They have that Mandela lace. They have some other all over patterns, or if you don't want to do a pattern on the back, there's some great stencils that you could do on the front, like this one right here, which is hard to see. But it says, let's turn this straight. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. Or these are super cute, and these would be great. Love makes this house a home. This is part of a, I don't know what it's called, home quad set. So there's 4 pieces. Home is where the heart is. Bless our home. And there's no place like home. And other ones that I think would be great on windows are, these are hard to see, but they're the Proverbs stencils, and they're a quad set too. Those would be great. Or there's another quad set that has love from 1 Corinthians. Love never fails. Love always protects, always trusts. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love always perseveres. Love always hopes, always perseveres. So there's a lot of things that you could do to decorate the front by just stenciling directly on the glass. I tried that with this Victorian pattern in white, and honestly, you couldn't see the, you could not see the thing that I was putting on the front, because this pattern is pretty strong on the back, but I love it. So another idea is you could stencil on a piece of paper. Like this is from that encyclopedia that I just bought recently. It was the widest paper that I had. And this is one of those stencils that I was showing you. And it just says there's no place like home. And I also did the home is where the heart is. And you could cut this out however you would like. I'm just going to roughly cut it out to show you. I'm going to show you in just a minute what my plan is. And I'm going to tell you where I got this thing that I'm going to use in just a minute. Okay, I didn't do a very good job cutting that. Okay, so you could stencil on a piece of paper, and then you could put the paper in each one of the window panes. I'll hold it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Like that. Or you could just paint the back of each pane, like with a white paint of some sort, and then you could stencil on the front in a darker color. There are a bazillion different things, and I want to see what you guys are doing. I really do. So if you've purchased one of these or made one of these before, and you have pictures, put those in the comments here. That would be awesome, because then everyone can see. So guys, if you're watching this, come back later this afternoon or tomorrow and look through all the comments, and hopefully a lot of you guys will post pictures of your old windows, how you have them decorated. I saw a few already that a few of you guys posted, and they were amazing. There is a really cool stencil that would be super fun to do with this, and it's that chicken wire stencil. I would do it in gray or silver chalk paste on the back, and then it's a little more subtle, so you could do a stencil on the front of it. Okay, so let me show you what I'm planning to do. I purchased this pretty wreath at Target. It was a little expensive for my frugalness. It was, let me see, I have the tag. It was $34. It's part of the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia series by Chip and Joanna Gaines. But it's pretty good looking. And I know there's a lot of different things I could do with this besides just on this window. So the other thing about this wreath is it has this little metal hook right here that you could hang it from. I needed it to be just a little bit longer, so I just took a piece of twine and tied a little bit bigger loop. I'm going to cut off the tail. And so this is what I am planning to do. I'm going to hang this twine from this little latch up here at the top. I'll hold this up. And then I'm going to hang it like this. I might scoot it down just a little bit further. I don't know. And you could add some things to the wreath if you wanted. Like during the summer, you could poke in some seashells. I mean, that's one of the things I like about this kind of a wreath that's so neutral, is that you can make it seasonal, and then you can take those seasonal elements out. But isn't it pretty? Doesn't this, oops, I don't want to touch it. Doesn't it almost look, oh wait, no, it's on the back. This part is safe. This is the front. Doesn't it almost look like a window with lace curtains in it? That's what I think it does. You guys are saying you love it. And I've been so focused on not scratching my craft desk with it and not dropping it and not putting my fingers in the wet chalk paste. I haven't really gotten to read your comments, but I will. That's my favorite part. As soon as I get off, I'll be reading your comments. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do with it. Now I just have to find the perfect spot to hang it in my house. Unless my friend Diane wants it back, which if she does, I would gladly give it to her without the wreath. And I'll just look for another one for myself. But anyways, tell me in the comments what you think. And if you have pictures, please, 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 please share those here in the comments. You can do it after the fact. After this is over, come back this afternoon. Find this video, watch it on replay here at DiyDreaming, and then comment with pictures of windows that you have or have done or have seen or that you like, so that all of us can get a ton more ideas. Now, one last thing to tell you, and that is that, and I think this is pretty cool, is that when I'm tired of this, I can just wash it off and I can start completely brand new from scratch, where am I, with a different stencil. Like the next time I do it, I will probably try the chicken wire with either the silver or the gray chalk paste from Magnolia. I think that will be super cute. I think it would be cute to do the polka dots. Oh my word, there's just so many. You could even use that Mandela lace. So I like the all over pattern, but I've seen them where they had different things in each window pane, and those were darling too. I've also seen them where they put a big bow right here at the top, and those were darling as well. If you want to look at this Victorian lace stencil that I used here today, I put a link right down here, and it says, it has a white heart with 3 things that look like windows and another white heart, and below it says Victorian Pattern stencil, and then it says chalk art and chalk paste, and what I used was the brilliant white chalk paste. So let's see your pictures. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you would like a direct link to anything, because I'm glad to just grab that for you real quick and give it to you in the comments. It's no trouble at all. If you want to see what I have coming up next, and I've been working on, remember those gray and with little touches of gold abstract paintings that I purchased at my Goodwill that had the shiny bright gold frames on them? Well, I've been working on toning that down today, and they are beautiful, so I'll probably be doing that this week. Also, those long candle holder things that I purchased that were black with dark shiny gold, I've been working on one of those too. So those are a couple things to look forward to. I have a lot of projects that are halfway done in this room. So I'm sure they'll be, also we're gonna do a project with the paint stir sticks that I picked up at my Home Depot yesterday. So if you want to see any of that, I don't have an extra hand, do a thumb or a heart, or give me a bunch of hearts in the, the little emoji heart. Say something in the comments. Those are the things that Facebook looks for to see if you want to see what I'm doing, so they can decide if they want to serve you my content. Well, thank you guys. And be sure to take a peek and see if you've liked and followed this page, DiyDreaming. I do all kinds of crafts. I try to switch it up almost every day, so you're never going to be bored. I like to repurpose things. I like to do projects that are kind of unusual. I love book music sheets, old book page projects. I love things that are quick, that are simple and don't require any artistic or crafting abilities. But most of all, the crafts I do here are gonna all be family friendly. There's no potty language or any innuendo or anything that anyone could take offense to. They're all super family friendly, and a huge percent of them are faith related. So if those things appeal to you, be sure to like and follow DiyDreaming. Do a little heart, a thumb, say something in the comments here, and hopefully you'll be able to see what other things I have coming up this week. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Have a great rest of your day. I'll get pictures of this and I'll share them here as well as at DiyDreaming. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'm gonna let it roll for about 30 seconds so that you guys can do the hearts or thumbs or say something if you would like. Thank you so much for the stars. Alrighty, thank you guys. I'll see you later.